Hi, this is Kristen here with another process video, and today I'm going to be completing another Color Rush Studio challenge for International Scrapbooking Day. And this was to follow the sketch, so you had to use some ribbon in there, and then it looked like just some paper that was going across the page and down, with a main picture kind of going on that down sheet of paper that you see me placing there, and then one kind of like offset. And then for the extra challenge was to try to include some song lyrics as your title. And so this is from a paper pack that I had purchased separately on Color Rush called Old Soul. There's a lot of really like muted blues and grays. So I thought a really pretty paper set for kind of an older boy layout. So this was of my son. We had taken him to the Imagine Dragons concert last summer for his birthday, which they were really good and he had a blast. So I'm going to get this paper going across. This was a really super simple layout for me. I really enjoyed doing it. It was kind of something different than I would normally do. And I'm just going to get the frazzle down across here. And this obviously did not come with this paper pack. This came with, I think, their summer kit from last year. So this was part of the frazzle from last year. Just going to trim the ends off here. And then this blue piece, I believe this might have come with April's kit maybe, but I'm not 100% sure on that. So, of course, since we're at the Imagine Dragons concert, I have to use some lyrics from one of their songs. So, of course, it's from one of their songs called Bones. And it's "There's magic in my bones." So I decided I'm going to do that as my title. And then this You Rock strip was actually from another Color Rush kit called the You Rock kit. And I thought since it's technically we're at a rock concert, that made sense going there. And this little star piece that you see me working with, that came in the Rock acrylic set. I'm just going to place that there. And then I end up pulling in, because this paper pack was separate, so it didn't come with any embellishments. I was trying to find some Color Rush embellishments that would work with this. Initially, I was trying to pull some You Rock stuff for it, but I just felt like it wasn't really working with the blue. So I ended up coming across I think it was the February kit, so it was it was from Simple Stories Love Notes. So it was a lot of black and white ephemera and things like that. So I start to pull in some of those pieces. And get the embellishments put on here. Now, that obviously I didn't have a ton of embellishments to really place on this, just because I was kind of having a hard time getting things to work with this, since this paper pack was separate. And I wanted to, I wanted to use Color Rush stuff, so since obviously that's part of the challenge, so I stuck with Color Rush stuff. And then I got to thinking, I'm like, oh, wait a second, I had this summer kit, which probably has a lot of blues and things like that in it. So they did have these acrylic pieces, these acrylic stars. So they're a little bit different from the You Rock star, but I felt like they still worked there. So I ended up adding these acrylic pieces. So that actually worked out really well. And then I'm just going to journal here where we were at and the date. And here are some close-ups of the layout. I feel like it turned out really well. And I really love that blue paper. I just think it's really good for some boy layouts. And I don't have a lot of blue. Thank you again for joining and watching another process video.